guys, it's Michelle with Tennis Warehouse, and today we're going to help you find the best Yonex E-Zone racket for you. No matter your age, playing experience, level, as you can see, I have tons of options on the table, so I know there's a perfect fit for you watching out there. Before we get into the specifics on what sets each of these rackets apart and what makes them slightly different, I do need to let you know that we have reviewed several of these rackets, so you're going to want to make sure you check out our in-depth review. And then also all of these rackets have even more information about them on our website. So if you're still a little curious, go there for more info. This is the 7th generation of the E-Zones, and Yonex has really gotten it right. These rackets feel amazing, really plush, powerful, easy to access, loads of spin, and very playable. So let's start with the beginner racket, and this is going to be the easiest racket to get into in the E-Zone family because it's going to be the best value. So if you're not interested in spending a lot of money on a racket, the Yonex E-Zone Ace is going to be your entry-level racket. This is such a great racket to start learning the game of tennis, get your fundamentals in. This racket is going to be stable, it's light enough to swing fast, you're going to find easy access to power and spin, plus it does come strong and with a cover. So literally you can order it and be on the court the next day. Then from there, we're gonna check out the Yonex E-Zone Feel. So this one is still a great value. It comes in under $170, and it is one of the lightest rackets on the table. Plus it has an open string pattern, so really good for learning how to hit that top spin. Then from there, we have the Yonex E-Zone Game. Now what separates this from the other two is it has a smaller head size. It's still a great value, but it's at 98 square inches. And you're gonna see we have a lot of 98 square inch rackets in this family, and this is gonna be a good starting point. 16 by 18 string pattern, which means it's nice and open, you won't be limited, you'll still access tons of spin, plus it's gonna feel great. Now, before we get into the 98 and the 100 square inch heads, I wanted to offer you two oversized options as well. The E-Zone 110 is going to be the largest head size in the family, plus it's the longest racket, coming in at 1/4 inch longer than every other racket on the table. It has that 16 by 18 string pattern, super large sweet spot. You're gonna see these thick beams, so it's gonna be very stable. This is an awesome racket for you double specialists out there. You don't wanna have any arm pain, it's gonna feel nice and plush, but you want a little extra reach, this is gonna be a good one. Then if 110's too much, we do have the E-Zone 105, so a little smaller in that head size and a little more closed with that pattern at 16 by 19, but still nice, large sweet spot, great racket, really easy to swing, and it's gonna offer you tons of feel and power. Then from there, let's start looking at the Yonex E-Zone 100 rackets. You might know a player or two on tour that endorses some of these. So we're gonna start out with the 100 SL. So this is just a version of that 100, except it's lighter and it has an even more open pattern for even more spin. Comes in at 10 ounces, that's fairly light. So even if you're an intermediate, still trying to find your technique, this is gonna be a good one. It's still gonna play nice and stable. Then from there, we have the 100L. So it has the 16 by 19 string pattern, but it is lighter than that standard model. Great for those intermediate players, juniors even going into adult size frames. This is gonna be a good one. Then the tried and true Yonex E-Zone 100. We absolutely love this racket. Be sure to check out our full review. It scored very well amongst our play testers. It comes loaded with tons of power, spin, control, feel. It literally does it all. So amazing racket that is gonna be a fun one to demo. Then from there, we have the Yonex E-Zone 100 Plus. So that just means it's a 1/2 inch longer than that standard 100 inch racket. And with that comes a little bit more plow through. This is gonna be more for your advanced players that like to swing big, swing fast, looking for a big stable shot. This racket comes loaded with mass and it's super fun to play with. Then let's shift over to the 98 square inch options. First up, we've got the E-Zone 98L. This will be your lightest E-Zone 98, and it has that 98 head size, which means a little more control than the 100 with that 16 by 19 string pattern. But it's very maneuverable, easy to swing, perfect for, again, someone transitioning from beginner to intermediate. This is gonna be a good option. Then from there, we have the E-Zone 98, which is endorsed by many players on tour. Nick Kyrgios might be one that you've seen have this racket in his hands. Just all around great control, feel, power, just a blend of everything. Again, this one reviewed really well, so be sure to check out our full review on that. Then from there, if you crave something a little bit heavier with a little bit more mass, there is the eZone 98 Tour. This one packs a punch. It's still gonna be very solid, stable. Our playtesters loved how easy it was to target their shots, and this is definitely targeted more to the advanced player. And then the advanced player looking for a little extra reach and a little more plow through, the eZone 98 Plus is gonna give you just that at a 1/2 inch longer. It is a super fun racket to swing, a little demanding at times, but if you love that extended racket, you know you're gonna try this one and get it on a demo if you haven't tried it already. Now that was a ton of rackets, but as I said, there's something for everyone on this table, but if you still have more questions, we're happy to help. So leave us your questions in the comments, and to go get a demo or even purchase any of these rackets, be sure to visit us at Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.